All right, guys, this is Sidney Guajardo coming to you live from San Antonio, Texas. And this is Trading Places. All right, so let's go ahead and get started here. See what we can look for. We're trend traders, and that's what we teach. And there's a lot of other things that come into play, but first thing we do is follow the trend. So what we're going to do is go to our trusty old indicators here. These guys do not miss. So, all right, let's go here. All right. Can't believe it's already mid-month and we're going to be almost mid-year. Can you believe that? Where did the time go? Where did the time go? Let me tighten this thing up 1 second here. All right, let's rock and roll. Let's look at, I'll say it again, I say it all the time, gold and US 30. They're very slippery. So, but you can still have fun with them. I'm going to find out. Let me make these a little bit bigger here for you. Let's do it right there so we all can figure out what's going on. You know, all you can do on gold, I mean, they definitely have trend. But it's so, do I say volatile? It could be. You know, when things happen, people turn to gold. You know, in the world, when things happen, when it's volatile times like right now, hadn't really moved much. Today it's been in a I guess it just hasn't moved. Let me see something here. Let's look at gold. Yeah, it's sitting. It's just been ranging all. Geez, it's been ranging for, you know, a month. You know, it'll drop down in the 1600s. It got down to here. Let's look at a month. Let's take a look at them. Yeah, I mean, going back all the way. Every candle is a month, you know, so it's just been kind of sitting. Oh, look at this. Well, the numbers kind of get exaggerated, but over the course of 8 years, it hovered here. Here recently, it hasn't been in these levels here until, 10 years ago. So, you know, gold, it kind of moves up and kind of moves down, does all that stuff, but bottom line, it has taken an upward trend the last, I don't know, month or so. But it was about a couple months ago when gold was like 1720 or something, and like overnight, not even overnight, like in an afternoon, it dropped down almost $100. And I just happened to be on the other side of it where I took gold short, and wow, what a big drop. It was great for me. But yeah, gold is one of those ones that you just, man, I would love to call trend on that, and I do, but half the time I'm wrong, you know, so that's one reason I don't like calling it. And, you know, there's indicators work, but they work off of pressures and different types of things like that. And, you know, the pressures on gold are just so erratic. Like you have a lot of pressure to go low, a lot of pressure to go high, and it's instant. It can go up or down really quickly. So, and the same thing with US 30, which is an indice, which is kind of like is the stock market, the New York Stock Exchange. And here is that right there. I think it's going to go up. It was at last 4 or 5 hours. It's about the same. It moved up a couple hundred points from this morning. Not too bad, but looks like it's going in an upward direction. But anyway, let's get to the Forex trades. All right, so it looks like it was going on an upward trend. 10 10 hours ago was right around here. It was going right up there, so not too bad. Let's see. Well, let's see how close is this to live. 108. 1 second here. 108. Yeah, it's looks like it's definitely moving in an upward trend. Let's see what it looks like on the 15-minute. It's kind of flat right now, low volume. And these Bollinger Bands squeezed together. There's a little low volume, but it looks like it's going up. I definitely look at that during the when the London session opens at what is it, 3? I always forget. What time's it open? London opens in 8 hours, so 2 or 3, about 2:30, 3 o'clock, 2 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. So it's definitely going to go up. You just see it. It's on an upward trend right now. So let's, yeah, it's there. So what we'll do is we'll call this long. You just have to wait on an entry point, and we'll just call this long when the indicators turn. And today's date is the 12th. What I'm going to do is copy and paste this. You don't have to hear my keyboard. I know I was looking at a video the other day on how to put together what was I doing? Anyway, he was jamming on his keyboard. God, that was so annoying. I said, boy, I need to stop doing that. Students are going to think I'm annoying. I gotta erase that. That doesn't look very good. There you go. Long when indicators turn. So we'll see how far up it goes, how far that trend is. So I like it. If King Solomon likes it, I love it. Dollar yen. This one looks like it's going in a downward trend. Let's see here. Okay. It didn't move much from this morning. I'm gonna put a line right here, and we are gonna go here. And we're going to do the opposite. Short when indicators turn. That's the safe bet. It's good to put, if you're following along on the King Solomon, it's good to put the notes on the STAT, stationary text, and write all these down, and then after the session today, after the training session, go through there and when the indicator turns, take the trade, but always write it down. It's a good way, or no, not write it down, but put it some type of text, which is pretty neat. I like this. I really do. Euro yen. Let me see here when this. I should have put the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we should have put a line. This is when it happened, right here, and it went long. So that's good job for the king. Very, very good job. So we're batting. If you would have taken these trades, we'd be batting 100% today. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to erase this text message. I should have just. Okay, so this one's gone. Why isn't this one erasing? There it is. Now it'll go away. Okay, so let's put our line up right here, and we are going to go. I don't know. There's no agreement here, but if this thing turns, it's going to turn short. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to. And if it goes short, then you're in the money. If the indicator doesn't turn down, then don't get in the trade. There's a very good possibility that this goes long. And the reason I'm saying this is because let me erase this. Jesus. Now there's a very good chance that this goes that way because it's way at the top. And there's already a couple indicators that look like it wants to turn, but I like it. I like it short. There's a lot of reasons why it should go short. I mean, Forex has its own mind, but our indicators are there to help you, and it's 100% when they agree. You cannot look. There's no indicator in the world that works all on its own. There's, pattern traders. They look for certain patterns like triangles, or I don't know how to pattern trade, but they're looking at what happened in the past to see what was going to happen in the future. And because everything is a creature of habit, I imagine, even money. So, but even that type of trading, pattern trading, is the same. Technical trading is the same thing, with structure. So. I like trading the trend. I think it's more accurate. I understand it better, and I think every trader has their own comfort level. And it's just to me the trend trading is I think it's sustenance. Look at this. I mean, this big long movement here. It's just huge. I mean, this was, I don't know, a week ago. And if you just stayed on the trend, I mean, if you look back here, I mean, that's on some of these other indicators, they all agreed. They all agreed. You can really stay in these for a long time. So, but anyway, that's kind of what I'm getting at. Trend, to me, I would have somebody convince me. Somebody would need to sell me on the fact that trend trading is not the best. And to me, it is. And the more you do things, the better you become. And with the King Solomon and the Rochelle and with the Moab alerts to just keep you on your toes. This is unbelievable. I love this stuff. This is the best. Aussie dollar, US dollar. So long when indicators are active. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I mean, we were right here. It went up. This is where we were this morning, 10 hours ago. And that booger just took off. Just like my signal said. I'm not saying I said it, because the king is right here. If the king wasn't here, I'd say, yeah, it was all me. But here's a perfect example of consolidation. And all of a sudden you have a really huge bearish candle, and it just took off like crazy. Oh, here we are right there. So awesome, 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 awesome. But let's go ahead and erase this. Let's get this out of here. And let's put another line so we can timestamp our stuff here. It's going down, so we put it right here. There's definitely a downtrend. I like it right there. And when the indicator turns, we're going to take this son of a gun short. So I'm going to take this over here. Put my little timestamp. We're going to go short. Nice. Short when indicators turn. It's today. It's where we marked our spot. We're going down. Let's keep it going. Let's go with the pound dollar. The Great British Pound US dollar. Short when short when indicators activate. Sure enough, King Solomon strikes again. That's what the indicators are saying. I believe it's still going short. You know, let's this is a great trade. Let's go to look at pound dollar. Pound US dollar. I like trading this indicator on the 4-hour. And let's go to the 15-minute for clarification. And let's blow this thing up. 4-hour. Okay, so let's erase all this. We already gave the king his accolades, started a new trend here. But is it really a new trend? I mean, if you go back here, it was going down. I mean, it had some areas here of retracement, if that's what you want to call it. We call it the hokey pokey. When a trade does a hokey pokey, that means it's, you know, you put your right hand in, you put your right hand out. Same thing here. So it's doing the hokey pokey on you. It's another word for retracement. It's at the bottom on the other side of the street, so it could go up, but golly, look at this. It's just taking it hard. You know, I think it's time that this thing is going to keep going short. It's right here. Let's make our notes. Amazon's here. Let's go short. I think we're there. So short when indicators turn, and I think we're good. I like it. I like it. I like it a lot. I like it a lot. Let's move back here. Let's see if we have any new lows. Yeah, it's all right. Yeah, I like it. Pound US dollar. Let's see how that's working out here. Pound US dollar. We're almost in the money. Yeah, we're in the money. Like it. Let's take a look at it. We are doing good. I like to, you know, aim for 1-2% a day. I'm not making any type of earnings claims. I've definitely lost, but before. But that's our goal, 1-2% a day. You know, have I done more? Yes, I've done more. But the thing about it is to if you like something, be the best at it. Be the best at your craft. And I'm always reading about Forex. I number one is family and God, but my whole family. I'm blessed to have a family that every time something that comes up about trading, they'll look at it. My wife bought me a Japanese doji thing. It's pretty neat. It gives you the history behind the doji and what it represents and what it does, and it's pretty neat. But the good thing is get your family involved. That's nice, and Forex can definitely provide a good living for you, whether it's supplementing some income or maybe some people out there do it full time. I do it full time. I do other things as well. I'm in real estate investing, but I don't want to trade time for money or money for time, however you want to do it. Rockefeller once said, and I got it from a book, and I gave him credit. Rockefeller once said, "Do you know what stands in the way of becoming wealthy?" A job. Unbelievable, huh? Anyway, short when indicators turn. It's going to work. It's already working. Love it, love it, love it. Dollar Swiss. I think this is going to happen the same way. Let me erase this. And let's go to work here. So let's put the trend on it. Let's put a trend line. It's right there. What the heck's going on? Not that one. This one. It's going up. Let's put a money line. That's what I call it. Let's find out where we are. You need to know where you are to know where you're going, right? You also need to know where you came from to know where you're going. And, this is where the money came from, and this is the direction it's going, and it did it right here. It looks like it's starting to go the other side of the street. But the agreement is not there yet. I mean, this thing looks like it's still going to tank. So the best thing, it's definitely in a downward trend. Look at the Bollinger Bands. I think it's going to go into retracement. I really do. So it's going to do the hokey pokey on us. So let's put this right here. And King Solomon says it's going down. So if the king says it's going down, I am going to go down with it, because that is a bad dude. Short when indicators turn. That's today, and it's the PM session. I'm good with it. The king likes it. I love it. Pound Swiss. Man, I like this one too, man. Let's look at the downward trend here. Put that trend line there. Now let's put our money line. The king says short, I like it short. What he says goes. I'm going to look at it. I'm going to look at this little booger on the MT4. If the king likes it, I love it. So let's look at pound Swiss on live data. Pound Swiss short. Look at that. Look at the real estate from here to here. This could be a monster trade. I like to verify when I'm doing this. I like to verify the 4-hour against the 15. Yep. It's definitely in a downward trend. Let's magnify this a little bit. Yeah, it's all there. Let's move this back. Guys, we took a trade earlier today, and this is super, super small, guys. A quarter lot size on a $3,000 trade. We've already moved 10 pips. I can't tell. I don't have my glasses on. So this is a pretty big move. There's not a lot of money to be made. This one's going, I'm going to take this trade, guys. Just for you new guys, whether you're watching live or going to be on YouTube, anytime you take a trade and it goes backwards like that's nothing to panic about. This is the commissions being taken out of your trade. So you'll almost always go backwards. But yeah, so don't worry. On both of these, we are with the trend. So we're good. We just have our trusty indicators, mainly the king, to tell us which way to go, right here, our trend line. And his backup is the Bollinger. And so what we do to timestamp this, I put the money line right here. That's what I call it, the money line. I put it right there, and I label it with a timestamp. Short when indicators turn. So when the indicators turn, take the trade. So I like it. Now, keep in mind, you may want to write this down. On this pound Swiss, we are at the bottom. We don't want to create new lows. Maybe that's why this is kind of trending up a little bit right here. But, King Solomon says this thing is going to go to the bottom. So he has been right from the trades that we took this morning. We've gone through, 5 or 6 of them, and he's been right 100% of the time. So when he's not around, I like to take credit for it, but he's always around, so I always got to give him credit. Let me see, take a look at these. Okay, so we're good on this. And just for reference, if you decide to go get training on YouTube somewhere else, just like I did, you're going to get, first of all, you're going to get totally confused. I'm here to tell you that. And second of all, try and find an outfit that does live trading. Bam. Live trading can make you look like a joker. There's that song, something to the right and jokers to the left. Yeah. Those guys were Forex traders, and they traded live. But we have a 90% win ratio. We are good. And I don't mind saying I'm good because I'm proud of what I do. And I put a lot of effort into these indicators. And our trades are absolutely flawless because I know a lot of people depend on what I say and what the king says. So look at this. This is a 2, 4, and a 6 hour indicator that we look at. I put the money line here and bam, just like that. It signaled you all day. I mean, this thing was it was flagging you down on your email. Take the trade, take the trade. Boom. That is huge. But anyway, so let's erase all this. Every time I get fired up right there, I feel like Emerald the chef. Let's put our money line up. Right there. Let's put our trend line up. Where are we going? You have to know where you're going, or you have to know where the money's been to find out where you're going. So what I like about this Aussie dollar yen is it's got a lot of room to move here, and it's been there before. Look at that. This is great news here. So when this thing starts to well, you know what? On the other side of the money, let me show you what I'm looking at here. Let me use this one instead. Look at this right here. If you can, I wish I can zoom in, but it's at the very bottom, and it looks like it wants to turn up. But look at that the little sliver right here. The screen has pressure for it to come down. This little, came to the bottom, and it kind of went up a little bit on this right here by the spotlight. Those are these 2 candles. But look at that. I mean, it's got a lot of pressure to go down. King Solomon looks like he likes it. So if he likes it, I love it. So let's put in our notes. We got our timestamp, we got our trade, we got our trend. Let's do a little bit of copy and paste. Our indicators will tell you when to get in. That's what I love about this. It tells you when to get in. It's all visual. Coming soon, I do have an auto trader, but coming soon, I don't want to release it right now because it's kind of like I've given the illustration before where, if you're playing in an open football field and you're outside and it's icy weather, it's raining, and there's 70-mile-an-hour winds going on. Do you want to go for a 70-yard pass? No, you want to hand the ball off to Emmitt Smith, right? Or Ezekiel Elliott, my favorite Dallas Cowboy, because there's very little that can go wrong when you hand the ball off. I mean, things could happen. I mean, he can fumble or whatever, but there's so many other variables when you're throwing the ball. And that with the auto trader, that's what I'm talking about. Even though the King Solomon is fantastic, I mean, there could be, he can call the trend and call it, and all of a sudden something happens. Like the coronavirus was announced, 90 days ago, whenever it was. We went from having the most robust economy ever down to, mud. Can you imagine if you went out Auto Trader? I mean, that's the last thing I want to do is see people lose their accounts. And that's how volatile Forex is. So you got to stay on top of it. When we just get to normal messed up times, like after the COVID's over, we'll reintroduce the Auto Trader, and we'll give out trades. It's going to be unbelievable. Consolidation is our nemesis, and I've already displayed that today. Look at this. Oh, look, we're almost. The reason why we're not in profit right now is because the market hasn't opened yet, so it's going to be a slow mover, but it's going. But look at this. Let's go to gold. Look, it's in consolidation. It's going to stay in consolidation for maybe another couple hours until another session opens up, and we will be the first to know when there's pressure to go up or down. Like if you were to, let me make this really big. So first of all, I want to tell you this. When somebody gets into Forex, and we're retail Forex traders, everybody is, unless you're an institutional trader, that means you're a bank. 98% of retail Forex traders, 98% lose money. We don't lose money. Our calls are pristine, they're flawless. But you have to stay on top of them. That's how crazy Forex is. The biggest industry in the world, $5 to $7 trillion a day. And it's probably the most complicated. So you have to understand it. I still don't understand it. I put all my trust in the King Solomon. That guy he's bad. But consolidation is his nemesis as well. Consolidation could be where a currency or institutional traders are waiting. A currency can go in consolidation just based on news. We don't know what's going to happen. And you'll see a lot of consolidation when you get closer to an election, like the Brexit election last year. There was a lot of consolidation. There wasn't a lot of money movement. Or traders can put institutional traders can put a currency in consolidation because they're waiting for expected news. Most of the time, institutional traders put currency in consolidation. And it's not me against you. When you're a Forex trader, it's us against the institutional traders. So they see which way we're going, and they're trying to wipe you out. So we're just trying to get ahead of the curve here. There's a few things left on this, and once it's done, we're going to take it to market, and you will see that once you start using this and learning this indicator, we literally can start searching for private islands. I'm telling you. Okay, so we're there. Let's go look at CAD yen. Okay. Bunch of signals here. 10 hours ago, I put the line there, and I told the guys, I don't know which way it's going to go. When you get a signal, take the signal, and this thing, look at that. First signal came out, bam. Made money all the way down. So let's erase that. Time is money, money is time. Let's get rid of this. First of all, let's put our trend line up Find out where it's going. I mean, so some of you may say, why does he always put a trend line up? So if the trend is going down and all of a sudden you see an indicator to go long, do you take the trade? I do it all the time, especially on the Rochelle indicator, scalping. Scalping, sometimes you will. Here's the danger of scalping. If you don't check the trend and you take a long trade and the trend is short, what's going to happen? Your money, you may part with your money very quickly. You have to find out where you are in the candle, because on the Rochelle, I have a 15, 30, and 45-second indicator. Those things move like greased lightning. You really have to know what you're doing. Once you get it, it doesn't take long. You will be dangerous. You will be a professional trader in no time, especially with these indicators. But always trade with the trend. Always trade with the trend. It's very hard with gold and US 30. But right here, we're looking at a short trade. The Bollinger Bands about 6-8 hours ago turned. And it went down just like the signal said. If you look right here, I'm going to put my highlighter on, or my spotlight. Right here, it hit the bottom and it went up. And this up trend right here is not a trend, but this up right here, this bullish trend right here, the small trend, are these candles. That's all that is. But King Solomon is saying this thing is going to go down. What I'm going to do is we've already marked the trend, so let's put our money line up right there. Boom. We're right. It's going down, so we're going to put it right there. So if you're just looking at the money street, it looks like the trade's going up. King Solomon says it's going to go down, but not yet. You have to wait for all indicators to turn. So that's why we've already time-stamped it. And I'm going to copy and paste right there. And I'm going to go short. I'm going to do something funny. For short, I'm going to use small letters. Good. Here we go. Short when indicators turn. All right, guys. Let's go. Let's look at this on live. CAD yen. Right there. It's beautiful. Well, let's go to the 4-hour first. I mean, look at that downtrend. Right there. It's going all the way down. There's nothing. There's a lot of real estate there. Let's magnify this a little bit. And let's add the mother of all bombs to that thing. All right. So let's, right there. Okay. So the Bollinger Band, look at this. That is unbelievable. I want you to look at right here. If you can see, there's a line right there on this indicator that I'm working on. Golly, I need to give myself a pat on the back. That line, if you were to run it all the way across, almost hits the bottom of that Bollinger Band. That Bollinger Band, especially the bottom one, acts as a support. Okay, let me show you right here. Right there. That's a support line. It's going to bounce and come up. And look at the trend. The trend is going up as well. So what it's going to do, it's going to bounce right here and it's going to go up. So this trade isn't ready yet. But we'll see. Let's verify it with the 15-minute. Let me get rid of this. We have conflicting information here. The Bollinger Band on the 15-minute shows short. So when you have conflicting information, what does that mean? That means that the family is not in agreement. When there's not an agreement, nobody's happy. When nobody's happy, that's usually because there's no money. So what do? There's way too much brain damage in the world to think about it. Let's just go to the next trade. Not a big deal. It's all you do. Let's go to Swiss yen. I'm glad I looked at that. You know, let me go back to this. So CAD yen, the King Solomon says is going short. We put our timestamp. I'm going to put an additional note. That MT4 does not agree. And I guarantee King Solomon wins this argument. So we'll see tomorrow. Oh, man. We'll just put this over here. MT4. Right there. So this is the call we're going to make. We're going to call the downtrend. We already added our money, and this is what King Solomon is uttering. Short when indicators turn. MT4 says something different. Look at that. So we'll see. Look at this 4 hour here. This looks like it's going to bounce. I mean, it may just blow through. If you look at it really closely, look at this. King Solomon may be right here. Oh, I know he's right, but look, you see the middle, the moving average here, or the Bollinger Band, is going up and it's kind of softening. If this thing starts to turn, I could already see that the King Solomon is the man here. Anyway, I've already made the note. I'm done with forensics. Let's move on. Swiss yen. Let's erase this one. We have a really, let's put our trend on here, right here. I'm going to call it a trend because I see the Bollinger Band bending. Now we're going to put our money line. Now this could be retracement, or what I like to call doing the hokey pokey. And you put your right hand in, you put your right hand out, so go in and come out. Yeah, so it may be doing the hokey pokey here, and it may shoot back up. And it just might do that. Look at this. You have this indicator kind of bending down. This one wants to turn, and this indicator can't make up its mind. So this may be a perfect example of hokey pokey. So we're going to go to the next trade. So there's no kissing. Don't stand in the middle of the street. And we're trying to protect you from the hokey pokey. All right, so Euro, Aussie dollar. Long when indicators activate. And boy, did they activate. Look at that. Good job, King. The King's probably saying, I don't come to work to get accolades. Pay me. So he's right again. We're still going to give him accolades. He's just a big softy. So let's put a trend. Golly, I gotta erase all this, or it's not going to work right. Okay, well, let's put our trend right here. Bollinger Band says it's going up. I believe him. Let's put our money line. We got to know where we are to know where we're going. And I think when the indicator turns, it's going to go long, just like our little trend finder. So let's go over here. Let's do a little bit of copy and paste. There you go. Easy as that. Yeah, you can see it. OMG. OMG, oh my God. When indicators turn. Let's look at Euro Aussie dollar. Let's take a look at what they're doing here. 4 hour. I mean, how much more confirmation do you need? We're at the bottom. This thing's gonna go long. This little indicator right here, those are the yellow on the bottom means it's going long. I see a resistance line here and here. I think this is going long. Yeah. Oh, look, we're in the money. 4 for 4 today. The king. The king is here. We're going to let that run a little bit. Good job, king. Euro pound. Look for long signal. Yep, look at that. This was me. It wasn't the king. King was undecided this morning, and I went ahead and took it upon myself. Anytime I say look for long signal, that's coming from me. And that was just based on maybe I saw a little bend here or something. But look at this signal. You got a signal here. Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 10 hours ago this morning, I guess right when we got off of training, there was a signal. Boom. Went right up. Look at that. There's our little stimulus money that the euro pound was giving us. The king, it's weird, you know, his when he gives stimulus packages like this, our taxes don't go up. I like that guy. No new taxes. Okay, so let's look at let's put our trend on it. Aren't there? We got to know where we're going, so we got to know where we're at right there. And the king is calling it long. Man, I love this guy. He's such a smart dude. So let's put our little timestamp on here. Bam. Oh man, I hate when this happens. I got to do it all over again. There's some kind of programming error with this. I put it right here, and I don't like it. Let me put this over here. Try it again. You can see it, NG. I apologize for that. It must be some kind of programming error. It's not user error. It's never user error when I'm doing things. Okay, next one, pound yen. I like this one. I really, really like this one. Look at this. Let's erase all this gibberish. You got to know where you're going. Things going down, down, down. Let's see exactly where we are. Let's put our little timestamp right there. We're going to change this to short. Short, little letters, get it? Nice. Jesus, come on, man. I'm sorry about that, guys. Let me see what I can do over here, see what happens. I wish I could, Yep. Yeah, earlier, like one of the first trades, it was doing that. And these, it looks like it's kind of going up a little bit, especially with the screen turning light like that. But that's 2 hours of it going up, like fool's gold. Yeah, it could still. What'll happen is like, let me draw something for you. Let me see here. That's a very good question. Because we often refer to this as the sidewalk, right? And when it comes on this side of the sidewalk, when it gets here, it usually goes down, just kind of like, well, let me do this here. So like when it gets in this area, yeah, the trend is down. So right in here, usually when the money's right here, it's going to go down. So here, it's already at the bottom. So when this thing turns, like right now, when the second candle comes out, it's going to be red, okay? Because these over here are such deep, steep trends right here. You can see it. They're turning. Well, this one just turned, this indicator here, but this indicator hasn't over here. The 480 has not turned. So what's going to happen is this is going to go down, and it's just going to go like into the screen. It won't come back up. It'll just be like the dots will be here, and it'll just like you won't see the money rope anymore. It'll just be down, like into the bottom of your screen. It's like going into the next street. But this is definitely, I mean, so let me move, let me see. Let's go backwards to see what's going to happen. So let me move this my little invention over here, a quote board. And we're going to go back in time. We're going to go to the flux capacitor. Let's find a lower low. This is a low right now. So let's find a lower low. This is definitely a lower low. These right here. Look at this here. You see how I think what happens is it makes adjustments, because this is definitely lower. This area here is definitely lower than this area here, and when you look at the screen, it's in the same spot. So I think once it gets to a certain area here, it just straightens down and it just. We'll find another example. Yeah, but it's definitely, you have to look at which way these indicators are moving. This is just basically to show you where the money is, but that's definitely, if you're looking at the money rope right here on the RSI, which is the money street, it looks like it's going to bounce up from here. But if you look back, look how further down, you know. So what will end up happening is just the little dots or the rope will just kind of just be mashing into this time stamp right here. Yeah, that's what'll happen. But so it'll be short. It's definitely going short, just like what the king says. But that is a good question. I've always thought that in the back of my mind. All right, so let's go to Kiwi Yen. Let me see here. Yep, signals came out, everything. This is beautiful trade. Look at that. Just bam. It's still going down. The Bollinger Band says it's going to go further down. You see, look at this. This is a good example here. It looks like it's at the bottom of the street. But look at all this real estate. Look at all this real estate that it has. It's just lots of room. So let's erase all this stuff. And this is definitely looks like it's going south. And let's put our little money line here. And we are going to put our note. We're going to put this short. All right, short when indicators turn. Very good. Let's see what's over here. And we are on pound Swiss. So we were almost positive and it went back. All that means is the candle went up a little bit. That's all it means. But we still have a long way to go. This is definitely, I may let this run all night. But yeah, we're all over it. We're good. Let's do 2 more and then we will call it a day. So this is where the money was this morning. I didn't even call this trade. There's probably no agreement or consolidation or hokey pokey dance or whatever you want to call it, but it was not the way to go. But anyway, this is where we're going for sure. This is where we are for sure. And this may happen first thing in the morning or it may happen tonight. But we're going to call this thing, this is more of me. So I'm going to go short when you get a signal. All right. And there we go. 1 second, guy. All right, guys. We went through a bunch of trades today. I went through a lot of explanation. Most of the trades, 100% of the trades that were called by the king this morning, they all went through. And we took 4 trades today, and there it is, number 4. We are batting 100%. I'm not gonna break a cardinal rule because I'm gonna go outside and do some things here shortly. And I never like to leave trades unattended, especially right now. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and close this trade right now. It's in the positive. We're batting 1,000, and this is good. So, all right. Okay, so from San Antonio, Texas, and trading places. Well, before we do that, I want to close with, family is important, especially right now. Well, it's always important. Doesn't matter what's happening, but if you see something, if you see somebody needs some help, help them out. Because I really believe that we were put on this planet to help others that can't help themselves. So on behalf of Trading Places and Sydney Guajardo, we will see you tomorrow. We have training every day, Monday through Thursday, 8 a.m. and 6 p.m. Fridays only in the mornings. We're off on Saturday and Sunday at 6. So please tune in. And if you can't catch it live, catch it on YouTube. Please subscribe. And let's go make some money. Thank you very much.